Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fantasy Football Universe. I am Aaron St. Dennis. Follow me everywhere at FF Mad Scientist, joined by Jeremy Shulman at FF_Rebel and Jesse Moeller at JMoeller05 as we are here for Sit Start Show. Got some inactives starting to trickle in here. So what's the most notable one, I guess, so far? Joe Flacco in, Richardson out. Aaron Jones officially ruled out with a hip injury in the game that's going on. Biggest inactive I've seen so far. Njoku's out. What was that?
Evan Ingram out.
Sorry, Njoku in, Evan Ingram out is what I meant. Thank you.
Yep.
I had that backwards. It's been a long night. I am not seeing anyone else pertinent so far on here. You seeing anyone else?
Nope.
No, it's standard fare for now. Brian Robinson Jr. is playing. I'm firing him up for the Commanders, and I think that's probably it. Njoku is in, so he's probably in your lineups. I doubt you have a better option at tight end unless you got a top 5 guy.
And especially probably don't have a better option if you drafted a top 5 guy.
Well, yeah, like Njoku or McBride got downgraded yesterday, so who knows if he even plays, and that's just makes it real sketchy. So I put Njoku above McBride. Like I'm just not gonna do the McBride thing this week.
I have with McBride expected to play. That is this morning, but we don't know. And he's the late game. So I think unless you have a really much better pivot option, I'm just waiting on McBride. And maybe you can pick up Noah Gray if McBride doesn't go and just pray.
Yeah, I'd say like the hours are crap for me.
Hopefully you started Tyler Conklin instead.
Let's go, Conk Daddy.
Doing it.
Jeff Wilson ruled out. I'm not sure if that matters, but
no.
It's just one less Dolphin we don't want to start.
Yeah. Hey, question, because Mostert's playing. Where do you guys have Mostert this week?
On the bench.
Too low. Yeah, I'm not doing it with Mostert this week. I need to see it, especially in this crappy offense. He should touch the ball 20 times. Like, they should do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to do that. So he's far lower than I want him to be at 43, RB 43.
Hey, I have him in the exact same spot.
Nice.
Wide receiver 1, 2, so the whole lineup. Okay, let's pick 2 wide receivers out of Calvin, Wandell, Myers, DJ Moore, Jennings, Dell. So DJ Moore and Wandell for me?
Wandale. Yeah, I'll go with Wandale. I like Moore and Wandale here. The rest of it is just a little bit suspect. Wandale, you know he's going to get the volume. I don't necessarily expect him to get the yardage. He could break one, but he could also find the end zone here. The Giants are going to get crushed in this one, so you definitely have the opportunity of Wandale volume and a potential touchdown. They're going to have to chuck the ball around the yard. Yeah. Not going to do much, though.
You got to fire DJ Moore. Like, he's by far the best wide receiver of this bunch, and he has an ideal matchup, so you play him. And I'm with you. I have Wandale insanely high. He's top 20.
And then you're going Walker, Williams, Flex, Jacob. Basically, you're starting 3 running backs is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't care who you. Oh, forgot to put Brees.
Good.
Never mind. So you're putting Brees.
Oh, lucked out, my friend. You lucked out.
Yeah, Brees is playing and he sucks. You're right. I forgot that. So Walker, Williams, and
Rodgers is down. Oh, he's holding his hammy. I didn't see the play, but this is not looking good, guys.
That may be better off. Who's their
back? No. Oh, he's rolling around on the field. Not good, guys.
The Jet season is over, folks. It was already. Wave the white flag.
Hang on. Here's the replay. He got hit, and he might have come down awkwardly. It might be. Oh, yeah. That is not. Oh, he's in pain. Oh, God.
The second is what really throws me.
His knee might be destroyed, guys. Here's the other angle that I don't want to watch, but I'm going to watch it for the people.
I don't want to watch. Let me see.
Look, it got twisted.
Like, we'll just say this: if he's hurt, this offense is going to be very much unplayable because also the offense they're running is the Rodgers offense.
So he's up and walking around. He's up and walking around, Jesse. Hold the phone.
He's alive. He's back from the dead. He's back.
I grew up a Lions fan. Seeing Rodgers in pain brings me joy.
It's
They're
faster between those two. They're not connecting. Right?
LeBron James. I don't know if there's a professional athlete I like less than Aaron Rodgers. Tyrod Taylor is the backup with Jordan Travis. Wow.
Let's go, Tyrod. We've seen it before. Give him a shot, baby.
All right with Tyrod in there.
All right. For me, this is Kittle. Like I'm not messing around tight ends. Like Kittle's like the best tight end in the NFL. Even at his age right now, he's incredible.
Kittle.
His injuries.
Yeah. So with Rodgers, I mean, it looked pretty bad on tape, but not terrible. He was wincing more than anything else and down writhing in pain. He walked off the field. I think he's going to be okay. They need him back in this game, but they just punted the ball. That remains to be seen. Either way, I am with everyone else tilting on Garrett Wilson. He is now 6 for 40 on 11 targets. So that's not terrible in a tough matchup, but this has been the easiest matchup of Garrett Wilson's year so far, and it's not going to get nice over the next 3 weeks. We've been talking about this all week. He's got another month of ridiculous schedule. Then it opens up, but Garrett Wilson is, if you have to, sell him to a contender, and if you need the wins, just go out and get whatever you can for him at the moment because it's not going to happen for the next 3 weeks for you. Hope he scores a touchdown in this one to elevate his value.
What just happened? Did they just punt and get the ball back on a penalty?
They definitely punted, but I didn't see
Rodgers is out on the field now.
Yeah,
Rodgers is fine.
I'll talk about Garrett Wilson for a second. Why going into this week, I had him as a dynasty sell, Garrett Wilson, because his value is so elevated. Even if he did not live up to expectation this week, if he failed for you, people are going to be down bad with him, and then you have a bunch of bad matchups coming up with Garrett Wilson. So it just seems like this was the downside for Garrett Wilson. Now you're kind of just like, well, if not, he's going to go even lower. You should talk about how it goes because it will be better.
Just to reiterate the point, it's next week. It's Buffalo, then Pittsburgh, then New England. Garrett Wilson could do something there. I'm just not banking on it. You're hoping for wide receiver 2 production. It's very unlikely he gets to wide receiver 1 in any of those matchups. After that, Houston, Arizona, Indy, awesome matchups. He gets a bye, and then he comes back with Seattle, Miami, and Jacksonville, and then the Rams. So other than the Seattle matchup, because you can just run all over that defense, which he should still be fine. There's 6 of the last 8 matchups are phenomenal for Wilson. I would be targeting him in about 2 weeks here.
Well, since he got hurt, all he does is hand off to Breece Hall, so that could be good for Breece Hall's value.
Yeah, Rodgers.
The injury was pretty gross looking, but so was his play before. So, Thanks. All right, who we got? Rodgers. He just got hurt too. We seen that. He's back in on a roughing the kicker penalty. I was like, what the fuck? He was on the sidelines. They were punting. How is he back on the field? I looked away and roughing the kicker.
There we go. Garrett Wilson. Love to see it. This is the game we were hoping that he was going to break out a little bit. If they continue to feed him here, where we are at the end of the third quarter, so he's got a good 3 drives left. If they continue to feed him on these drives, and he can pick up another 4 catches, he's already at 7. If he can pick up another 4 catches, that's going to be really a phenomenal day for Garrett Wilson. You sell him for highest value if you need to. If you're a contender, you're 3 and after this week, you're 4-1, you're 5-0. You hold him and you just pray that you get by over the next couple weeks.
I love that he makes the catch 1 yard short of the sticks, and the 2 Minnesota defenders are so hell-bent on trying to strip the ball. Instead of tackling them, they push him for a first down. That's considerate of them. Don't just fucking tackle the guy short. Let's try and strip the ball and push him for a first down. He just got fucked up again.
Yeah, I will say, Garrett Wilson has a 44% target share right now. They're very much running this offense through Garrett Wilson this week. They're trying to make it work. So it's just not clicking right now. Still got time. I mean, he's got 12 fantasy points already. It's fine.
Rodgers talking shit to the defense again. He talks a lot of shit for an old guy, man.
I mean, if you're a multiple-time former MVP, I would too. Until I'm out of the league, I'd be talking shit nonstop. I'd be like, "Oh, what's up, young fella? Yeah, go check out my MVPs in the background."
Yeah, but the problem, so when Brady did it in the Super Bowl, he does it and then throws a touchdown. When Rodgers does it, he throws a pick 6 the next play. It doesn't work out the same way.
It's a little different right now.
Oh no, they were talking because the guy hurt him tackling him.
All right, what do we got, Dylan?
Dylan, what's up?
Different leagues, different questions. Okay, start 1 QB 2 flex.
Fields.
Yes, Fields.
Wicks, and I don't know.
You can
Wicks
do
and
Akers.
Waddle.
Wicks and Akers for me.
Houston's the worst defense allowed fantasy points to running backs through the ground or air. Like they get torched on the ground. They give them most rushing yards too. So I'm fine with Akers this week.
Start 3, Terry Ayuk, Wicks, Downs, Sutton.
That's a good group of wide receivers.
Ayuk,
again.
Wicks. Ayuk,
Ayuk.
Going
Wicks.
Downs. I'm going McLaurin.
I'm going
yeah,
McLaurin.
Man, it's tough
The
to
first
bench him.
3.
Yeah, I think the first 3. If you want to take an upside shot, you could go Downs, but I'm gonna go first 3.
Is this
and I
game
don't hate
outdoors
Sutton.
in London?
Yeah,
It looks like it's raining. I thought it was an indoor stadium. I never realized that.
No, it's outdoor.
Oh, it's raining.
They can open it
I think
up,
it's like partially covered, right?
I only noticed it because I noticed there's water on the camera. I thought it was indoors.
So for me, it's Terry and Wicks. Those guys are locked in this week. Ayuk should be able to do it. He just hasn't done it yet. I think Downs is a lot safer with Joe Flacco. I'll go for him and the upside. He scored, I think, 2 touchdowns last week, so it looked really good for him. This Jacksonville defense is in absolute shambles. I'm going with Downs, even with Sutton also having a good matchup. Downs is my third there.
Yeah, it's like a dream matchup for all these wide receivers. It's not a bad matchup at all. Like Ayuk gets the freaking Arizona Cardinals defense. Like they can't guard anybody, right? Josh Downs good matchup. Sutton's going against the freaking Raiders. Like you can make a case for all. I would want all these guys in my lineup this week, so I don't think it's a bad option. I think it really comes down if you want to go like the more floor play of Downs versus the upside of Wicks. I think that's the actual conversation to have because we haven't really seen it from Wicks in a full role. So, but it's really hard to bench Wicks, man. Like I just want to throw him in the lineup.
Yeah.
Third quarter and both teams have under 200 yards passing, and Braylon Allen may be the best weapon on the Jets right now.
Yeah, he's got a whopping 10 yards. 26 combined yards. Excuse me.
Yeah,
that's still probably best on the team.
Yeah, it's rough.
He's still out there though. He's getting the snaps. I'd be interested to see the snap share, but he's been out there a ton. That's not something that is really surprising to us, but he just screwed up a pass block assignment there.
Oh, it is an open roof. Look at that. You're right. It's an open roof. Strange.
Rodgers limping around like the old man.
Is this where you're going, Jeremy? What's this, Wembley? Where is this one?
If it's Wembley, yes. This is probably Tottenham. It's the new stadium where they have most of their games, but I think there's at least, I think I'm going to the only one in Wembley, which is a shame. Because I've been to there a few times. I would love to go to Tottenham. I went there once, but randomly we booked a soccer match at the same time. They flexed it from Saturday to Sunday because of the schedule and the team was good, whatever. Long story short, the games ended up half an hour apart. We did both. And then we ended up in the fourth quarter watching the Bills lose, my buddy, a big Bills fan, to the Jags last year in Tottenham. So yeah,
you get to go there for a Jacoby Brissett, Trevor Lawrence showdown. Is that how it goes?
Oh yeah, Jacoby Brissett. I think you're dreaming now. I think it's got to be Drake May at some point soon.
Well, that might be better, but
what
those tickets cost you? Are they expensive?
What's that?
The tickets, what those cost you? They expensive?
Oh, I'm not sure. I bought them so long ago, but if I had bought them sooner, I certainly would have used SeatGeek to purchase those tickets. SeatGeek, we have a promo code, FF Universe, for $20 off your first order. So just use the promo code FF Universe here, and we'll make sure that when you purchase your tickets soon, that you'll get $20 off.
I was trying to lead into it myself. You ran with it so well. I was just like,
that was smooth. Jeremy's right.
I see.
That was nice.
That was
nice.
solid. I was going to do it myself, and then Jeremy ran with it. I see. I'm glad you read what I was doing there. Awesome. What do we got? Pittman, Downs, or Olave? I'm starting Chase and BTJ. I think it's going to be Pittman there. I want Pittman.
Yeah, it's been very even between Pittman and Downs. I mean, you can make I have Olave the high, still higher than both of those guys. So I'm gonna go Olave just because he's really good wide receiver. But yeah, you could go Pittman or Downs. I think it's all good options.
Yeah, I think with Olave, the question really is, what is Kansas City going to do? Can they focus on Olave, or is Rashid Shaheed going to take up enough of their focus where Olave can get open? I still have questions about that, although I'm high on Olave this week. Because I'm starting here, because Fluffuccini is starting Jamar and the upside BTJ, I want a little more safety in my lineup. I'm throwing Olave out, probably going Pittman, but I could see the case for Downs. I'll go Pittman as well.
Yeah, I moved Pittman
Do
up
we
to wide receiver
seriously
16,
not have
actually, so he's
many
above Olave.
no inactives?
16. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
Downs,
like,
you gotta
no-
think about with Downs, right? They play Jacksonville as well. Olucon is on IR. Devin Lloyd is questionable. So that center of the field is going to be open. They're also not going to be doing heavy pressure on Lawrence probably. So that's where I go Downs over Pittman because yeah, he will target Pittman for sure more than A-Rich and connect with him more than A-Rich. But Downs in the middle of the field just seems like a love match made in heaven. Olave may have McDuffie on him too. So Derek Carr prime time is going to Derek Carr on prime time, right? So that's what needs to consider too. So, but I think that this is a good one either way. I think all three can possibly eat this week.
Okay, per Fantasy Pros, Raheem Mostert in, Jeff Wilson out, Trent Irwin out, Javon Baker out, Kendrick Bourne in, Anthony Richardson out, KJ Osborne out, Brian Robinson in, David Njoku
Yes,
in, Kyle Duggar's out. That's not fantasy relevant unless you're IDP, but that's important. Evan Engram out, David Njoku in, Damian Pierce out, Aaron Jones out for the rest of the game. Sauce Gardner currently downgraded to doubtful. Thoughts?
Jets.
Anything there? Not a whole lot relevant.
Yeah, the Jets just kicked a field goal, so it's 17-10. If Sauce doesn't come back in, it could be tough, but their defense has pretty much held serve against Darnold, so that's good. Otherwise, yeah, with Engram out and with Njoku in, he's just a must play, really. I can't see it unless you have assuming these guys play, unless you have like a McBride option who's expected to play, a Kittle option who's expected to play. I'm probably firing up Njoku pretty much everywhere I have him.
Is Ingram's questionable?
Ingram's out.
Ingram? Oh, inactive.
Yep.
So would y'all start Brendan Strange or Njoku?
Njoku, I think.
That one's really close, to be honest. I just think, the Colts are also missing a ton of pieces on defense. We were just talking about Juju Brents being out. I really think that's a sneaky shootout, Colts-Jags.
By that, you mean neither team plays defense?
Yes. That being said, I'm probably going to go Njoku.
So here's one.
Breaking here. Sorry to interrupt you, SC. Velus Jones Jr. inactive.
Nice. The once guy that got the hype at the combine, right? Ran like a 4.3 or 4.2,
which was impressive considering he was 45.
Yeah, for sure. That's what the NFL has athletes, right? It has guys that are in shape that can do kind of stuff like that. I would have pulled my hamstring in the first 10 yards, so him being able to do that is pretty amazing. So here's one. I'm gonna have to drop someone, but Travis Etienne, Amari Cooper, DJ Moore, or Josh Downs. Who are you sitting?
Probably Etienne.
Yeah,
that's what I'm considering. But now I need to drop somebody because I'm over the limit.
Such a good matchup for Etienne. It's really hard to sit him this week. He's been bad. You just don't know how much run Tank Bigsby is going to get. Etienne will get at least 50% of the touches in the backfield for sure. But they haven't been utilizing him as a pass catcher recently. I do not know why. This should be a prime matchup where they not only do that, but also give him some prime carries in between the tackles, which will work against Indy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sitting him, man. I can't do it.
That's fair. I'm not mad at saying him. Now I need to drop somebody though in this league because Devin Singletary is doubtful, so I can't put him on IR. But he has a 130 game instead of a 10. So I have Troy Franklin I could drop. I really don't want to. I like him. I know he's not getting the usage, but it's Dynasty. I could drop Chargers D because they're on bye week. That's my biggest day. Okay. But they're number 5 overall. So it's just hard to figure this out.
That's it? Those are all your options?
Yeah, because right now I have Brendan Strange and Etienne starting. They were in my lineup already. And now it's Njoku and Downs that I want to put in there. But I can't move them until I drop someone. I could drop Levis or Winston, Jameis Winston. I have Watson. That's why I have Winston, though.
Yeah, but it could be DTR they've been talking about. They like
DTR
him for some reason.
This week.
Yeah, I mean, it's not DTR this week, but
future.
Well, Levis is out this week. Isn't he going to be?
Levis, he's on bye week.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you're right. Sorry, but he's injured. He's going to be out next week.
Yeah, it is a single QB league, but there's no, I mean, my quarterback's Watson, right? So it's like there's no one else. That's why I'm keeping Levis right now.
Get it? I'm gonna drop Jameis.
Jameis over Chargers D.
How many defenses do you have?
I have Miami's defense and Chargers D. Chargers on bye week, but Chargers is ranked right now 9 overall, and Miami is 25 overall. But I need to start Miami.
Jameis for me.
Fair. I mean, to be honest, Watson's, he may be starting all season. We may see. So
How many people are going to waste all their fab budget on Ty Chandler only to realize the Vikings are on a bye next week?
Is he doing enough? I know Jones is out. What was Jones' injury, actually? I didn't see that.
Hip.
He's done.
That's not good.
Yeah, hip
He's
injury.
done, done for the day, but is he done for the season?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He wasn't even declared out right away. It took about a quarter and a half to declare him even out. So I don't think it's that serious. I think it sounds like from the Twitter docs that he could rest up. Well, that's pass interference. That he could rest up and be back after the bye. So
yeah. Yeah,
None
DJ
of my
Reed is good for the Jets, but he's not good enough to cover Justin Jefferson. With respect, Justin Jefferson is not Garrett Wilson. I love that line from Jefferson a couple of weeks ago.
To be fair, though, Justin Jefferson was torching Sauce too, and then Sauce left with an injury. So
yeah, I think he injured him. He just torched him so bad. He's done.
He just said, "Fuck it, I'm hurt. Fuck it, you
Garrett
deal
Wilson,
with him. I'm going to sit down."
Garrett Wilson with way more fantasy points right now than Justin Jefferson. That should change pretty soon. Here's a deep bomb. Missed.
Can we start the CJ Ham hype train? Go pick him up. Since Aaron Jones is injured, let's start the Ham train.
Didn't we do this with Dwayne McBride?
Can't do it.
I mean, McBride's cut. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's on the team.
Yeah, he's on some practice squad. I will say Ty Chandler has seen the bulk of the work since Aaron Jones left. He's got 10 carries, 2 receptions. Yeah. Like, if it's a severe Aaron Jones injury, Ty Chandler is going to be the guy we're going to trust in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
But Ham's going to be the freaking goal line back, so there's that.
Ty Chandler was always the priority handcuff just because of how this team prefers to play in the pass catching role. He's good enough there. He's also good enough on the ground, but there's nobody else. So we're talking about CJ Ham. There's nobody else. It's Ty Chandler.
I'm hoping Diggs goes off against Buffalo.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that. I moved him down slightly. I mean, I know it's a revenge game, but I was looking at it again. I'm checking my rankings here. I don't know why they're being funky. I'm at 22 right now. I just have Nico so high, and I'm not sure that I want Nico as wide receiver 6 and Diggs in the top 15, but I could see them feeding Diggs in a revenge game, 2 touchdowns, and then Nico's still going to get his. Like, what are we doing here with Nico and Diggs this week, and Dell?
Yeah, I mean they're giving up the 8th most slot points in the league. Houston has to wide receivers out there, so I mean, like it's setting up pretty well for him. And even out wide, like this Houston defense has not played that well. They're both basically above average points even up.
Sorry, are we talking Buffalo?
Yeah. So we're talking about screws it up. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, like I think it's a fine one. I'm not too worried about Diggs, honestly. I have him right around where you're ranked. Let me see. I'm 24, so okay. I'm more curious to see how Tank Dell is coming off his injury, if he gets the full snap share and everything, and then that's the one I'm a little bit more worried about. But like similar to these explosive playmakers, like all they need is one catch, right? So I get it. I have him a little bit lower this week, so we'll see. I have Tank like wide receiver 40. So kind of like TBD things, which sucks.
I'm around the same. Aaron, I have a IDP question for you, maybe for SC as well. We got Xavier Woods at Chicago, that fearsome Chicago offense, or Jaquan McMillan at home against Vegas. Who are you plugging in?
Thinking Woods off the top.
I think Woods too.
Yeah. Woods had a
Whoa.
really good week last week.
Who they play?
But if I'm looking
Chicago?
at
It was Woods and McMillan.
Yeah, McMillan is getting the usage in the slot, and he's been pretty productive with nothing other than tackles the last couple of weeks. They play Vegas. So Trey Tucker.
I've got Woods.
Yeah, I say Woods because you know Caleb will try to take shots downfield, and that will open up opportunity for. I don't know if your league does like pass deflections, but interceptions there for sure. So pass deflections, he may get his hands on the ball. So I would go him.
I agree. My only concern is he went off last week and not really any other week. He had the interception last week. Did he have it returned for a touchdown? It might have been, which elevated his. No, it wasn't returned for a touchdown, but he had 33 interception yards that elevated his ranking in my league. So yeah, we'll see.
What do you guys think about this? They're curious to drop Shakir for Keenan Allen, and
that's a tough one, Sean.
I don't mind it.
I can't do it.
I don't mind it.
Keenan.
Yeah.
What are we looking at for Shakir long term? Like, what's the deal with the injury? Do we know? Is it concussion? Ankle injury officially ruled out. Unable to practice all week. So this could potentially be a multi-week injury for Shakir. I just don't trust Keenan Allen in this offense to do it consistently. We also see him hobbling around the field. So is he fully healthy? Is he going to receive the targets over Rome as Rome continues to grow in this offense? We know that rookie wide receivers come through in the second half of the year. So for me, I'm keeping Shakir, but I don't know, guys, maybe talk him into Keenan.
I have a lineup I just looked at because Joe Mixon is officially out. Would you like to know who my 2 starting running backs are? It's good.
I got one of those.
Daragumba and Tyler Goodson.
Nice.
Actually, I do have a question here from
pass catching specialist.
Terry or Deontay?
Terry matchup is so much better, but I don't care.
Deontay,
right? Like this is what it is. I will say to your thing on Shakir, if it's a multiple week thing, and he's been fine for fantasy, but he's giving you 12 points a game. It's kind of it's not really, doing anything difference making for your lineup. So I'm fine taking the shot on Keenan to see if he can be kind of the intermediate check down the winner that they need right now as they figure out that offense in general. It could backfire, but I don't think it's going to work the way I'll phrase it. So I don't mind it personally.
Yeah. Deontay here for me as well.
Deontay against the Bears. Yeah, I'll take that.
Wide receiver 12 for Deontay. I don't think it's a good matchup at all. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing. His usage is out of control. They run the offense through him. That's how it pretty much works. It's the Deontay show. And he missed a touchdown last week. He could have even bigger game.
Yeah, and I'm really curious to see how this Washington offense performs against Cleveland. Cleveland on defense, they're a highly touted defense coming into the year. They've underperformed largely, but they're still good, right? And we know they have a pass rush. We know they can cover on the back end for the most part. Will they be able to stifle Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury and company? Was it kind of just a mirage of who they were playing over the last few weeks? Or, is Jaden Daniels for real? I think it's probably a mixture, a little bit of both, but I'll be interested to see how specifically Terry and Jaden Daniels perform this week.
Yeah, Cleveland's defense will add some pressure to him to Jaden Daniels, so that will hurt. Accurate quarterback, don't get wrong. He's throwing some darts there, but that may affect his passes downfield to Terry. And really, it's only Terry coming out when he's getting the downfield threats, right? He's not someone that's necessarily going to make people miss in the open field or anything like that. He's a stretch receiver, and that's where Jaden Daniels signs with him right now.
Yeah, and I mean, with Cleveland, Myles Garrett's still not fully healthy. They're dealing with their own issues. So to your point, you just fire up Terry and just trust the process because, I mean, he's been 8 targets, 6 targets, 10 targets the last 3 weeks, and he's been pretty efficient on that. So with Jaden Daniels, I'm curious, to your point, Jeremy, I'm curious to see how he looks against the best defense he's gone up against.
Aaron Rodgers just casually throwing from 7 yards deep in his own end zone. There's nothing wrong here.
He's just different.
And he's limping off again.
Yeah.
The fact
we're
that
up to what?
every time I
15
look up,
targets for Wilson?
every time I look up, it's a ridiculously bad scenario for the Jets, who are still somehow within a touchdown. They're punting from the back of the end zone. This is not good.
Justin Jefferson has largely been held in check this game, even though he is, not really holding checkable. It's more so been the pass rush of the Jets getting to Sam Darnold repeatedly, as opposed to the coverage from the Jets. That said, the defense is still playing pretty well, but Aaron Jones is now out. So if inside in Jets territory now, Minnesota, if they can score a touchdown, this game should be over, and then we can see a few more targets to Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, this is similar to the Bucks game on Thursday Night Football, where they shouldn't have to pass much because they had a 17-0 lead, right? So they kind of just rested on their guys. They only have 22 pass attempts in this game compared to the Jets at 35. So like it's kind of limiting Wilson both or Jefferson both ways.
So for this one, what are you thinking, SC?
Zach Moss, right now, he's must start for me, and everywhere you have him, don't care about the matchup. He's just getting the volume that he needs, and he's being effective. And then it gets hard. Jerome Ford, who did I just see him? Who are they playing?
Washington.
Points.
I like that. That should be a good one. They don't have a good front. So they have Bobby Wagner. So there you go. If you're worried about that, Bobby Wagner is going to connect, and he hardly misses his tackles. So that may be the only consideration, but he's strong up there. Dell, I mean, we just need to see what he is with the injury, right? Is this a lingering injury? Is he still going to get the same usage? We know he'll be used when he's on the field, and Stroud will try to target him. Good, again, open in the center of the field there, so it could be possible. But again, Buffalo has a good quarter linebackers as well. I do like Juwan Jennings. I think that's someone that can, I think at this point, he's sneaky throw. And it's really just, but more so, I just like Juwan Jennings more than I like Madison. Jameer White's out, right? So Madison's going to be their guy. Kareem Hunt, I'm not trusting that. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't know what I want to do with the backfield in Kansas City. For anything, I'm trying to trade low on Pacheco. Gabe Davis, he's a boom bust, and this could be a bust, type of week, especially with Kurt coming in last week and doing some good things, and seeing like he's getting more involved as well. Justice Hill is nice, but you're banking on the Ravens being effective in the run game in general, which they will with Henry, but you're banking on him just getting the good looks when Henry's not on the field. So Zach Moss, Jerome Ford, Juwan Jennings, I think is where I'm going.
I'm starting the first three.
Me too, because Bobby Wagner has back-to-back years. He's like 60 in coverage grade by PFF. Like he's very old and he's not as good as he used to be in coverage. He used to be one of the better coverage linebackers in the NFL. Like he's clearly not that guy. He's more transformed into like a run defender, even though he's playing middle linebacker. So yeah, having seen the aged wonder that is Bobby Wagner, still a good linebacker, but like it's just not the speed not there. The coverage takes a hit. So if he's gonna be like trying to cover Ford, like that's a problem for him. So I think Ford can get there pass catching wise. So yeah, I would go those three. If you want to go Jennings, I'm with you. Like I think Jennings is a good dart for those three.
Justice Hill is super sneaky this week. I mean, maybe not sneaky because he did it last week, but against Cincinnati, and Cincinnati, you're saying Zach Moss. I agree with you, except Baltimore's so stout up front, and Baltimore can be beat on the outside. So T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, I'm firing those guys up. I'm expecting Burrow to have a good game. If that happens, then I'm expecting Baltimore playing from behind. If that happens, then Justice Hill, I think, becomes viable. In 4 games, Hill has 8, 2, 2, and 6 targets. Those 2 games he had massive amount of target value. He converted that into RB, almost an RB2, and then the RB8 last week because he scored a touchdown. So I think Hill is sneaky. I think it's a lot closer to Zach Moss than it should be. I will go Ford, Moss, and flip a coin. I have Alexander Madison in a bunch of spots. I'm just praying he falls in the end zone. It's a terrible matchup. I'll go Ford, Moss, and Jennings. Why not?
I like that. Here's one for Scott Fishbowl: DeAndre Carter or Raheem Blackshear.
Blackshear.
He's been trying to. They just haven't been doing what's on kick returns for him this past week.
I would go based off of the matchup. I saw there's a chart. Some of the charts like the matchups.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Return yards. Like I would look at that and play that because that seems to have a big impact on who gets the yards or not. Because some games they'll just put up zeros because teams don't get to teams.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Right, let me pull. I got you now. I got it. So here's the case. These are touchback percentages for teams. Who is Blackshear playing?
Blackshear is playing Chicago. Oh, they're playing each other. So Chicago versus Indy.
Okay.
Or Chicago versus Carolina. Carolina.
Can you link that in the private chat, Jeremy? I'd like to have that.
I'll link it in the public. Yeah. So the Panthers are the third lowest touchback rate. So they're not able to touch the ball back for whatever reason, or they're just not doing it and they prefer to play the percentages. When you're talking about the Bears, they're like the 7th or 8th lowest. So both of those guys are good matchups, but 8th lowest means the Bears touch back 52.6% of the time. The Panthers only 35% of the time. So I think I lean Carter there. I like both of them, and now I'm going to go plug Blackshear into my SFB lineup real quick.
So here's I have Tank Dell, but I'm benching Dell for one of them. And then it's the other guys I'm starting that I could start Blackshear over is Brian Thomas, Trey Tucker, Tutu Atwell, Deontay Johnson.
Maybe Tutu, but I think you're probably okay rolling with him.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine play. Like the floor is just much higher with like a Tutu because you know he's gonna be on the field. He's kind of their explosive element on offense, and we've seen like he's been good the past couple of weeks. So I think until Puka and Cooper Kupp come back, you could play Tutu Atwell like for Scott Fishbowl for sure.
Yeah. If anyone is interested in this chat I was just referencing, check it out. Just go all the way down to the last column, sort it by touchback percentage, and if your league incorporates kick return yards specifically, because punt returns we don't care for touchback percentage, then you can check it out. But yeah, that means Blackshear and Carter are both really good plays this week, or should be.
So with that, SFB is a fun, always try to sign up. It's a fun way to get involved, charity and stuff like that, Scott Fishbowl. But at the same time, because of this, for a lot of my leagues, I'm gonna put to vote. Do we want to involve the kick returns? I think it adds more depth, especially when you talk about deeper dynasty leagues. You add more players that can be potential starters because of that opportunity, and we're seeing it's actually being effective. We're seeing a lot more kick returns doing some positive yards than just the touchbacks or anything like that too. So,
Jeremy, can you put that in the private chat? I can't copy and paste it from the without showing it on screen every time I gotta do it. Thank you.
So here's one from Jack and Bath, Florida boy. Xavier Ward or Zay Flowers at flex, and then Collar or Purdy.
I have Zay higher than Worthy. Or sorry, I have Zay higher than Xavier Ward this week. Even though I'm excited for Worthy, Zay's role is just better right now. But he could also as a wide receiver who could just get taken out of the game. Like when they just lean heavily into like Lamar and Henry, like some of these guys don't get there, like they just don't pass enough. So Zay slightly. Do you guys where are you guys at? Because I'm playing Purdy over Kyler.
I think I have Kyler.
Yeah, I have Purdy insanely high this week. He's QB4. I have him above Justin Fields and Jaden Daniels, just because of the matchup is ridiculous and everybody's healthy, right? Outside of CMC, Jordan Mason, I think he's a lot of people's RB1. He's also in my top 5 for sure. He might be my RB2, but I think the 49ers are just going to roll. Kyler at 11 in the same game. So yeah, Purdy for me.
Yeah, Kyler's been like not good. Like, that's my issue. It's still a good defense. So yeah, I'm with you, Purdy.
Yeah, same. I have Wardy Zay slightly higher over Wardy. I think like 5 spots when I was checking right there. And then Kyler, I have him at 12 and then Purdy at 5 right now. So I have Purdy.
Yeah.
All right. So Scott Fishbowl question. It's really tough. Would you trade out Raheem Blackshear for Trey Sermon, Eric All, or Tyrone Tracy?
So I like the options that both get there. So for me, it's Tracy. Like I think he has the highest projected total of those guys on Scott Fishbowl. I plugged him in this week. I'm fine going in. Like the Seahawks defense is still banged up, so I don't think they're going to be able to like completely wreck the Giants game plan. So I'm fine with Tracy, but you could go Sermon in like a juicy matchup. Right? You could do that too.
Wait, you were trying to take out Raheem Blackshear?
So my question is, can I take any of those guys out for Blackshear? Those guys are Sermon, All, or Tracy.
Probably All. Take All.
You could take All out if you want, even
for
scoring's money, but It's super risky with him.
Yeah. Against Baltimore. I know. I just think they're going to pass it
Go with
all
your gut.
over.
Make a gut call. Like that's one of those ones you're like, should I do it? Like I think it's close.
I know.
Because the floor is so like with Blackshear, the floor is so low. He could put up a 0. That's the thing. Like
True.
with these kick
Good
returner guys, like it's just, or they could have 40 points like he had week 1. Like he's been all over the place for scoring.
Marvin Harrison or Deontay?
Marvin Harrison.
MHJ. Yeah. Love Deontay. You got to play MHJ. Ooh,
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers getting crushed in this game repeatedly. You got to love the Minnesota defense.
This is Robert Perez. Rico or Zach, full PPR.
Rico. So I don't know how Charbonnet gets there unless they get out of, like, the game gets out of hand and then they go to him and, like, they bench Walker and, like, he gets some yardage. You know, at least so, like, Rico's starting. He's going to be in the field. Like, I just think it's much easier for him to get there. Just because he's the guy getting all snaps. Well, not all snaps, but the most amount of snaps.
Totally hear this, and I totally agree with that rationale. And I kind of want to start Charbonnet because Rico is going to get absolutely stifled by this Pittsburgh front. And Zach Charbonnet should see the bulk of the work in the end of the third and early fourth quarter up big. It's hard to bet on, scenarios and what you think is going to happen with these game scripts. But this one is one where I might plug in Charbonnet.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I just think it's the much more likely scenario is Rico has scored more points than Charbonnet. It's the way I look at it.
I could watch highlight reels all day long of Aaron Rodgers dropping back and getting launched into space.
And
it brings him so much enjoyment. I just can't stand him.
3rd and 13 here. Rodgers in the shotgun. There's the play-by-play.
You'll love to see
pass interference. No.
Maybe. Trevor Lawrence or Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
That's really close, actually. But I'm
right. It's closer than you think, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Flacco.
OPI on that one? Wow.
Nah. T-Law's, the Jaguars are playing Indy. Like, I'm rolling with T-Law. Like, Indy's defense is trash, man. And they're missing Juju Brents. They're missing Kwity Paye. Like, that defense is not good this week. So, I'm going to go with Lawrence. But, yeah, you can go Flacco. Like, I don't mind Flacco. Same thing. Like, it's a good matchup for him.
Having 15,
Jags Colts is going to be a shootout. Keep saying it. I got Trevor at 13, Flacco at 15, but I just moved Flacco down. We're going to move him back up. Joe Flacco.
Come on, T-Law. Be good for once. Just have a good game. That's all I'm asking. Can you do it? I don't know. I guess just how bad it is.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We'll see.
If he's good, my boy BCJ goes off. So this is where my heart's going. We're going with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Dak Prescott, what are we doing with him? He's my QB 18 against Pittsburgh. I can't do it this week. 220. I think he had something like 220 yards last week. He was just shut down, even though he got the touchdowns and got there. I don't see it this week against Pittsburgh. What do you guys think about Dak?
Yeah, I just moved T-Law one spot above Dak because, to your point, the matchup, I think CeeDee Lamb's going to get there no matter what. But, he might be the only guy, him and Ferguson. Like, Dak still can support those guys and not get there. Like, that's the thing because it's been rough. So, yeah, I have a hard time trusting Dak right now. I have T-Law one spot above him, and then Flacco's, right behind those guys. But, yeah, it's not good in Dallas, man. They need to figure it out.
Well, and here's to the point about Seattle. We were just talking about Charbonnet. Dallas played the Giants last week. I think they won that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dak only threw the ball 27 times. I don't know what that was about, but 22 for 27, 221, 2 touchdowns. But he only ended up as the QB 11. 4 games this season: QB 22, QB 15, QB 2, and then QB 11 for Dak. So it hasn't been great so far. He's my QB 18.
That's a little bit of my fear with Geno this week. He can get taken out towards the back half of the game, or they just don't rely on him. Yep. It's just similar to that. So that is my one fear with Geno, but he should smash it. Just playing a lot better right now.
I think he gets there early for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. He just needs touchdowns.
Yeah. Ooh, Darnold going deep. To no one.
To no one.
So excited.
I was just thinking this game fucking sucks. My God, this game sucks.
I feel bad for the Brits. We give them this game. Let's just You bring the Jets, it's just
Jets
going to be a sloppy, ugly game no matter what.
They got someone fact check me, but I think they got Jags Bears. I think that's the advert I heard for next week. They definitely have Jags. And then in 2 weeks, I'm going to see Jags Pats. So yeah, London is getting the short end of the stick this season for real.
Bad offenses and good defenses, that's the worst possible scenario. They're like, there you go. This game's gonna suck.
We even have decent offenses and a good offense in Minnesota in this game, but the defenses are too good.
The Jets offense just is not good. Not good right now at all.
Hey, if this is a buy window for Sam Darnold after this bad performance, he's playing probably the best defense in the league. Go out and get Sam Darnold as a QB2 in Superflex leagues. You can get him for a second-round pick. I do not think that's paying too much, especially in Dynasty. He's a starter next year somewhere. He might be the starter in Minnesota. Look, it's possible, right? Things are possible. We don't know what JJ McCarthy looks like, so just go get Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he gets a bye in week 6. So, like, you're going to get a bye window of teams that are going to be like, well, we don't need him. And then he gets Detroit, LA, Indy, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Like, that's insane. That's just like fantasy points galore right there. So, yeah, it's going to be good news. Like,
and there's a pick. The Sam Darnold window is officially open. Go get him.
Yeah, that's the thing with Darnold. He's going to make those idiotic plays. He's going to turn the ball. That's kind of what he does. It's just like this offense this year has done a good job of preventing some of those plays. And he's gotten a bit lucky with some of the turnovers. So, you just got to keep the knucklehead plays to like 1 or 2 a game, Darnold. That's all we're asking.
He's going to make those idiotic plays, he said.
He's done it his entire career.
Those idiotic plays. Awesome. Tell us how you.
What do you guys think about this one? Start 3 in standard, 6 points per touchdown. Yep. So Deontay, Ayuk, Hunt, Pittman. Yeah.
Deontay, Pittman.
Or pick up Wandale.
Deontay, Pittman, Wandale.
Wandale's the worst because you get no points from the receptions.
I'm picking up Wandale, depending on who I can drop. But you don't need Wandale this week, and I don't think you should rely on him. It's Deontay. It's definitely Deontay. It's definitely Pittman.
I'm playing Ayuk.
And then I'll go Ayuk. Hunt has a tough matchup against Saints.
Yeah, like Wandale's the worst in standard because it takes away what makes him so good. If you look at his points per game in standard to PPR, it's a freaking chasm because of all those receptions, right? So that's the thing. Like Wandale is just not a guy I'm ever gonna want to start in standard, just because you need yards. Like that's what we're chasing with these guys, just yards. So yeah, unfortunate. But like I like Pittman too. You could go Hunt because I think he has a shot to get a touchdown. So if you want to do that, sure. But I would just go the top 3 wide receivers.
Let's see what else we got here. Easily going to play Pittman, but it's raining. Play Pittman. Don't worry about it. Flacco's going off.
Flacco in the rain is better than Richardson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And Trey Sermon. It's a Trey Sermon week, baby. Let's go. It's going to be a shootout. Doesn't matter.
We got Trey Sermon, Cam Akers, 2 like inefficient backs. Sermon's. You guys want to look at metrics? Go look at Trey Sermon. He's fucking awful.
Don't do that.
But the matchup is glorious. So we're like, put him in. What can go wrong?
Opportunity over talent. Opportunity over talent.
That's running back volume. Volume matters. I'd play Kraft this week.
Kraft over McBride?
Yeah, the injury worries me. Like, I just don't think he's gonna be healthy. But like, if you want, just play McBride. I don't think
McBride plays tonight.
Yeah.
I think McBride plays. What I have these guys back to back. What's really nice is that Kraft is against a completely crap defense in the Los Angeles Rams. They're just like the last, and the targets are going to be condensed in this one with no Romeo Doubs, no Christian Watson. You got basically 3 guys and Josh Jacobs who are going to get. So is Kraft the number 3 or the number 4? That's really what you have to ask yourself. Does Jacobs get more targets? Probably not. So I don't mind Kraft. I'll go Kraft. I'm gonna move him above McBride here. I'll go Kraft.
Yeah, we could all look like idiots, but that's how it goes fantasy sometimes.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Ray, for joining the club. We're happy to have you.
Thanks, gamer. I actually have McBride at 5 and Kraft at 7, so
yeah, like I like these are the tight ends you want to play. Like Kraft's in that because of the injuries, like to Jeremy's point. Yeah,
I have McBride at 5 and Kraft at 7 as well.
Yeah,
Great
I
minds,
just need
Aaron.
to
Great
switch.
minds. So
you guys are going
with-
McBride?
yeah,
No.
with it rating, ETN should be a start then, right? Do you think that's over Downs?
Who?
ETN over Downs?
I'm not
Where
doing
does
ETN,
Tank
man.
come in?
Yeah, like,
Tank come into the equation?
We don't know
Really
how
the
much
question.
ETN's going to play this week. That's the thing that worries me. Like, Tank's been coming on. He's been way better just across the board. So I'll go Downs if it's PPR. Downs. If it's PPR, I'm going to play Downs. If you want to go half and do the ETN thing, sure, you could do it. But I'll just play the wide receiver who's been better because I don't know the volume ETN's going to get. And that's entirely the problem.
And
Half PPR.
I'll say I still have ETN ranked over Bigsby, but he's also my RB 18. He's also my RB 18 this week because, like, who am I going to put above him? Eckler? No. Madison? No. Hunt in a bad matchup? No. ETN has a great matchup, and even if he's only getting 50% of the work, he should find the end zone. And they need to use his ass in the passing game because I think they're 0-4. So, like, can we get it together, Jacksonville, and just find a functional offense and use your weapon out of the backfield in the passing game, please? Drop a screen, Peterson. Drop a screen.
Right, like it's just I mean, Bixby's just been way better, and it's kind of the thing we see with these like secondary backs. They get sometimes better get scripts for running in open lanes. Like, so we're like, oh, he's super efficient, but then he gets the role, he might not be as efficient. So we'll see. I don't know. I really want nothing to do with the Jaguars backfield right now because I can't predict it. So it terrifies me. So if I can get Downs, I know he's gonna get targeted and stuff. I'll go with that. But yeah, you can talk yourself on ETN. It's a really ETN's in those like running backs where they have really good matchups. You kind of just play them and hope it works out. So like Sermon, Akers, those guys, right? Where it's like, you know what? They're a good matchup. They're going to score. Like, let's just play them in there. So I get it.
This game sucks. Just like the point
we might have a close one, though.
Hey,
might have a close one.
They're knocking on the door, baby.
That's it. Second and goal.
They are knocking on the door.
Yeah, you love an Aaron Rodgers-led team and Minnesota Vikings as a Detroit Lions fan, Aaron. I know you do.
It's going to be so glorious if Braylon Allen gets a touchdown. Just to everyone on tilt.
Garrett Wilson in the back. Garrett Wilson in the backfield.
Get him in the zone. Like, he's got 16 targets. This is absurd.
There he is. Oh, going to him. Come on, make a move. He's down to the 2.
Garrett Wilson
Third and goal from the 2.
Yeah, they're playing the old school like 2008 offense with Aaron Rodgers right now. They got to do something different, man. Like, it's just gross. They're doing no motion. Guys are sitting there because Rodgers wants to read the field and know what the defense is doing. Like, it's not good for today's NFL, man. You got to make it up.
Yeah. Jason is wondering if he should go all in with Kraft and Jaden Reed this week. I say absolutely. Do not be scared. Go with both. Are you starting Kraft over McBride even if you have Reed in?
Yeah,
yes.
you can. Okay. Jordan Love's a good quarterback enough that they can both get fair amount of targets. So this when you have this kind of stuff, it's about the quarterback play and what the quarterbacks can do. If you have a quarterback that can feed the ball around like Love can, don't have that issue.
Garrett Wilson almost caught a touchdown. Pass interference.
Need to double check.
Akers and JS.
Yeah, I have Akers over Sermon, but like Jeremy's been hyping up Sermon. You can go Sermon, and then I have Wandale over Jason personally.
You gotta go Sermon. Akers is close though. Akers I think is a decent play this week as well. That Houston offense is going to go off. Akers will be the beneficiary, but so will the Indy offense with Flacco. So I'm going Sermon well over Akers. On the other side, I'm going JSN. I know in the same game that Wandale is going to be viable all game long. I'm just going to bank on JSN being viable in the first half while Geno goes off. So give me JSN. Yeah, Garrett Wilson. Yes.
You get there?
That's the one.
There goes that Milo opportunity.
Was it a run? It might have been a
run. No, you're a half a play. You're like a half.
Oh,
like
sorry.
15
well,
seconds.
Then tell me what happened.
No,
sorry,
it's a pass. It's a pass.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, so it's first and one at the goal. Oh, pass interference. Okay.
Yeah, it was pass interference on Wilson. Threw it to Wilson. Man, Wilson has something like 16 targets this game. It's insane.
Now
the Milo window is gone. Yeah. Good thing I just.
Oh, Garrett Wilson touchdown. There it is.
T. Higgins.
Garrett Wilson scored touchdown.
T. Higgins.
There goes the Milo opportunity. Well, now you could sell him. I'll sell him high. People are gonna be like, sweet, he's back.
Now, in redraft leagues, sell Garrett Wilson for a very expensive asset. If you need a running back, I mean, this is a perfect opportunity. Sell him for that. Then for the next 3 weeks, when he's completely shut down, go back and go get him for less than you sold him for. Fantasy football, baby.
What we call Fugazi. You're like, I'm gonna throw him out there. Come back a month later. I'm back. Give him back to me. Yeah.
So what did we say? We said Sermon and JSN. Well, that's what I said. What did you guys say?
That's what you said. I said the exact opposite. So I said Akers with Wandale. Where are you at?
Let's see. What do you got?
I'd say Akers and JSN, man. I like Waddell, but I just don't trust the quarterback there.
Aaron, you got Sermon and Wandale for us, so we can just complete the useless quadfecta.
Sermon,
Everybody,
Sermon and JSN.
Yes.
There you go. 2 for Sermon, 2 for Akers.
Yeah, but we agree on JSN. Well, 3 and 1.
Aren't we fucking helpful?
No, I like Jason. I think he's gonna play this week. Sermon was just taken. I don't know what that means. Oh, is this for waivers? Yeah. Well, there you go, buddy. I guess it was made for you. I guess team makers.
Hey,
not bad. You can live with that.
Hey, yeah, not a terrible plan B for sure.
Yeah, I thought they were on your roster. I didn't realize this was waivers, so it was like incidental. So then, my question is: JSN on your roster, or are they both these guys on waivers? Because that would be very interesting. I'd be surprised.
Oh yeah, go get JSN. Holy crap!
Yeah.
So JSN this week is my wide receiver 21. Wandale's my wide receiver 22. So they're incredibly close this week. Yeah. I don't hate it. I think Wandale finds his way into the end zone just because he has to kind of keep this close. But if not, he's going to have 25 targets. So
you're assuming that the Giants can cross the 50-yard line.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole problem. I think Wandale has 18 targets, 11 receptions for 61 yards. It's going to be rough.
I just realized I said Wandale. I was thinking Waddle. I thought I said Waddle. So Wandale.
You might be better off Wandale over Waddle right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not. Waddle's not touching my lineups right now.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm playing him.
Ooh. I won't say.
Would you trade Dale for him? Would you trade Dale for Waddle?
I would take Dale. If you think that Tua's coming back, then yeah, go for it. I think dynasty wise they get a quarterback though. That I know I like Stroud a lot too, but that's the thing.
I think
I just want guys connected to Stroud, and what's face is gone after this year, Diggs. So they might bring someone else in again and do this, but I don't know if they're going to or not.
Fair.
Yeah, it depends what state you're in. But to be honest, all states I probably go Dell. Yeah, I agree with you. Dell is the buy for next year. If you're like 0-4, go get Tank Dell right now.
Yeah,
before the game starts.
If you think Tua is coming back, then you could definitely be like Waddle because you're going to get more production. Oh, you should get more production this year. We'll see how it goes. He's just a really good wide. Like both these guys are really good wide receivers, so I kind of want both of them. The group 3-1 is in favor of JSN. I am the lone dissenter among this, so play JSN. And then if it's Wandale, then I can just be mad at them.
Listen, the question is, what do you need? Do you need a floor? Do you need a ceiling? I think JSN is the ceiling. Wandale is the floor. Wandale has the safer floor. JSN, the problem is, are the Seahawks just going to crush this week? The answer is yes. It's just how involved will JSN be in the crushing? That's
But Geno's working magic behind that line, and I don't know how long he could sustain that all season or not. He's been that level of player, so we'll see. The Giants do have the ability to pressure the quarterback with that D line.
Flacco, gotta love to see Flacco and Baker crushing.
Oh, it's a dream matchup for Watson too. Is the problem?
It is.
The problem is it's a dream matchup for Watson, but he's still Watson.
Yeah,
Flacco.
Interesting enough, he scored more fantasy points than Flacco. It's just so bad. Flacco, it's just hard to talk yourself into Watson, even though this is the perfect opportunity for it. But he still hasn't thrown for 200 yards in the game yet. It's gross.
It should be Watson. It should be.
It should be.
It's Joe Flacco.
He's
Joe
Joe
not.
Flacco, my QB 13 this week. Watson, QB 19. Ooh. Minnesota
The
losing
vibes are down
football.
bad.
Thoughts on the weather?
So we got 4 minutes left in this game. Minnesota is in field goal range. If they kick a field goal, they're up 6. They're down to 25-ish yard line after that. So if the Jets can keep them out of the end zone, they have a chance. But I don't know. Sam Darnold is all of a sudden Sam Darnolding, which now means
That's what
it's
he
he
does,
doing good
man.
things. Yeah.
My thoughts
Can
on
we
the
check
weather,
out the weather of this game? What is
Check
what
the
is
weather
going
right
on
now.
with the weather?
The turf is on the field right now. Oh, this is 2 hours ago. They put the turf on the field in Jackson. It's Jacksonville, so like unless it's like insane amount of winds, like it's not gonna be cold. So I would just check the wind. If the wind's really bad, then I would pivot off of because that's gonna kill the passing attack.
Let's check it out. Weather Channel.
And they just said the Njoku projection just went down for whatever stream service he's on. So that's interesting.
So it's definitely going to rain. 100% chance of rain. 74 degrees currently in Jacksonville. The storm will last for several hours. So it's going to rain the entire game. Is it going to be heavy or moderate rain? The wind is not a factor at all, which is
Not
a
gonna
good
have rain.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wind's way worse than
Yep.
rain. Like you can do stuff in rain. Wind's just nightmare.
I might move Josh Downs up slightly just because he operates in the shorter area of the field over Michael Pittman. But those guys both, I think they both smashed this week.
having said that, you know what's worse for the Colts offense than both wind and rain? Anthony Richardson.
That is, I hate that that's true. That's
The thing
hilarious,
with,
and I hate that
so,
that's true.
did you guys see, like, the
hate
first-
you for saying that.
I know we're hyping up Flacco, but he's still not playing good. Like that's the thing with Flacco. He's playing okay. His first 5 drives were turnover, straight 3 and out, like 4 straight drives in a row. So like it took Flacco a while to get going. The thing about Flacco is he can support players. He's still not like a good passer. Like he's past that point in his career. So like I know we like Flacco a lot, but I want to pump the brakes on the Flacco trade a little bit.
We're not hyping up Flacco. He did that against Pittsburgh last week. We're hyping up the fact that he's playing Jacksonville, and Jacksonville is a dumpster fire of a team, but especially and specifically on defense, they're just missing a ton of pieces. They were never going to be a good defense this year, regardless. Yeah, I think he's going to absolutely smash.
Yeah. I think we just have to be careful with these quarterbacks when we do this with the guys that are kind of like in that range. Like I know like the Sam Darnold situation's a lot better. So like I'm fine with Sam Darnold. But yeah, like this is what worries me if we put him up to like top 12 and stuff.
Jesse's our Njoku guy. What do you think, Jesse?
I mean, you started him over Pitts, so I don't think you have much of a choice.
You have a
here.
choice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
who's on your waiver wire? Do you have like is Tucker Kraft available? Sure, go with Tucker Kraft. But I think that's the one thing with Njoku. But I'm firing Njoku up everywhere. If he's playing, I'm playing him. He's a good tight end, good situation. So yeah, unless there's news that just came out that I didn't see, and maybe there is. I don't know.
He's playing.
Yeah, and they could be adjusting for a bunch of different things. Sometimes they do this all the time. So I don't know.
Again, Pitt's already played. You don't have a choice.
Exactly.
That's
So like unless someone lets you have Tucker Kraft would be the only exception because he was on a lot of waivers available still. So that'd be more.
SC, what are you doing here?
Javonte or Jerome. Let's go with Jerome, man. Javante's one of my buy lows because I think you get him super cheap, and he's still the backfield guy, right? So I mean, are you plugging him in necessarily? No, but I mean it's just good to have depth, and I think you go get him low, and then if he has a couple good weeks of production, then you go, all right, let's transition off of him. So, but for that case, I'm going Jerome for it though.
Yeah.
How is this a 6-point
agree with Jerome
game?
for this
Rodgers
week.
getting the ball with 3 minutes left to win it. Good God.
Listen, Garrett Wilson is 11 of 18 for 76 yards and a touchdown. He's absolutely been peppered with targets. He could see another 5 targets on this drive as the Jets go down and win it. We'll see what happens.
Aaron
But I
Rodgers
think what's
is
more
gonna
likely
win
is a
this
pick
fucking
six.
game.
Pick six.
Well, it's either going to end in Rodgers winning the game or a pick 6. There's only 2 possible outcomes.
Big E says, who do I start, DJ Moore or Wandale? I'm going DJ.
DJ.
That's TJ.
Here's the
Carolina?
thing with Wandale. This is a match where you want to see what he's like without Malik Neighbors on the field, right? You want to make sure he's still gonna get targets. He's still gonna be effective. A lot of the stuff was happening because people had to account for Malik Neighbors on the field. So for this week, I don't want to start him until I know that usage is there with it and that Daniel Jones still likes him even without Malik Neighbors. And Daniel Jones still wants to go through his reads and find one. They'll open in the zones. So right now, everywhere he's on my bench unless I have to start him. So the answer here is DJ Moore.
And totally agree. Here's the thing with DJ Moore. He's playing Carolina. Fire up DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Wicks for me,
Wicks.
easily. Chow, easily. He's going to crush.
Wicks.
He doesn't
Raheem
have a choice.
Mostert's back.
Yeah, like I will say this is not a bad matchup to play Shane. Like I think it helps him more become like what we saw in the first couple weeks with Mostert. So I don't mind going the Shane in like half PPR, but yeah, like you got the dream matchup of Wicks. Like that defense is abysmal, and you have a really good quarterback, Jordan Love, whose ADOT is out of control. He's slinging it all over the field. He's playing just so good right now.
DW.
Yeah.
All right.
Another touchdown.
Sorry, I'm 15 seconds ahead. No,
God,
but
yeah,
a nice play. You'll watch it as we answer this question. JSN or Worthy? I am down on Worthy this week. I want to see it first. He could absolutely explode. It's the Saints. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll go JSN and bank on that first half production.
Yeah, it's two guys with roles that are kind of up and down. Like JSN's been very up or down depending on the week. And Worthy had week one and it's been kind of just hit or miss. I will say like this is the opportunity for Worthy to show us like he's gonna be a focal point moving forward. So I have JSN like 2 spots above him, but yeah, he has slightly into JSN.
Yeah.
There's also that question. We don't know, but we think so.
Yeah. Is McBride playing? We hope so. The report last night was he was downgraded to doubtful. The report this morning was that he's likely to play. We don't know what the hell's going on. The problem is it's a late game. Worst case scenario, I'm banking on McBride playing. I will play him and then pick up Noah Gray in a pinch. Also, Aaron mentioned Juwan Johnson is also available after this game starts. One of those two guys, it's possible if you need them in a pinch.
Yeah, you could.
And here's our last one for now. Pickens, Ayuk, Brian Thomas, Diggs. I know who these guys over here want.
You're damn right.
What do you want, guys?
The middle two, Ayuk and Brian Thomas Jr. are going to be in my highest. Pickens is I like Pickens a lot, but like Dallas, like I do worry about how that's going to go for him. So Pickens is a little bit, and then Diggs is my lowest. So I have Diggs 4 for these guys.
SC.
Diggs, looking at my rankings here. So we have Pickens, Ike, Brian Thomas. You're not benching Brian Thomas, man. Just don't do it. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about benching him, then you're sleeping, you're dreaming because you're not benching him. Just start him in all your lineups moving forward. He's the guy that they want. Allen Jacksonville, Brian Thomas Jr. is a must start until he's not, and that's only gonna be on the bye week when he's not. And then everyone else, it looks like I have Diggs the highest actually. Again, I just. Revenge game, we mentioned it, and then it's just gonna be when it's time to CJ Stroud. I like him over Ayuk and Fields, so I'm gonna go Diggs here. But I do have Diggs at 15, Ayuk at 18, and then Pickens I have at 20. So, and then Brian Thomas I actually have.
So you're benching BTJ is what you're saying?
No, I actually have Brian Thomas at 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's right behind Diggs. So.
I might have to move Brian Thomas Jr. up, but I have George Pickens at 14. I'm the George Pickens hater of this group, and I have Pickens at 14. It's Dallas. Dallas sucks. Justin Fields proved he could pass the football. There's no one else there outside of Freiermuth. Usually, most weeks, I don't know how they make it work to get it to Pickens downfield. I don't care in this game. They proved they could do it last week. Dallas sucks. So give me George Pickens. And then I have Ayuk 16 here. It's a great matchup, but I'm gonna go Diggs. I just think Diggs is safer. He's got the volume. I love Brian Thomas here as well, but I'm gonna go Pickens Diggs. I hate it, but I'm gonna do it. Aaron, what are you doing here?
BTJ, Diggs in the revenge game.
Yeah. So play BTJ. Don't listen to me, and then it's a toss-up. It sounds like. Kirk, DJ Moore, or Wandale? I assume that's Christian.
DJ Moore.
Yep. Let's run through some of these since we're
He's
running
got
short on
20
time. Ooh. Yeah. Well done. He's crushing this week. Well done. Kyler or Gino this week? I'm going Gino.
Gino.
Yeah.
Anyone else for Kyler?
Kyler, gosh, you're killing me. I have Kyler spot above him, but like I very much want to put Gino above him. So that tells you kind of how I feel about
Gino.
by one spot.
By the
Gino
way,
at 7.
Jets in a 2-minute. Yeah, Jets in a 2-minute drill, moving the football. So they are crushing. They have a chance anyway. Ford or Christian Kirk?
Ford.
No. Christian Kirk in a totally beatable matchup against Indy. There's no way I'm playing Ford here. It's Christian Kirk for me. Aaron, are you with me or are you with these guys? Who are you playing?
Ford.
Oh,
I'm going Ford.
It's 3-1 Ford. I guess you go Ford. I'll say I told you so after the game.
right.
Xavier Worthy or Terry McLaurin? Who do you got?
Terry Spector, Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
Worthy. Like I can't trust
F1.
Worthy's role. So yeah.
Terry.
This shouldn't be a question. I have Sermon higher.
Don't no. Oh, there's no way in hell I'm playing a bad running back above Devon A-Chain. No, I can't do it. It's too low.
Opportunity over talent at the running back position.
I hear
Gotta
you.
go Sermon here.
I hear you. No, you don't. Gotta go Sermon.
Yes, you do.
I'll
You have
entertain
to.
the thought of it, but I'm not doing it. Like there's
Jesse.
no way. I would hate myself if I played Sermon over A-Chain. I wouldn't even care how it goes. There's no way.
If I knew it was going to be Sermon in JT's role, I'd go Sermon. But we don't know what the split is. It could be Hull, Goodson. Agreed. I know what A-Chan's role is. Having said that, Mostert's back, but I still got to go A-Chan.
Yeah, like I think Goodson's going to play this week is also why I'm a little bit lower on Sermon. Yeah. That's what worries me.
That's fair. The problem is game script. Sermon's going to be out there. Sermon's going to be heavily involved, regardless of what the split is. A-Chan will be limited back to, like you said, his normal limited role, and the game script in New England should be favorable. Can A-Chan break one off and just totally dominate Sermon's full game production in one play? Yes. But we haven't seen that in a few weeks because of the offense. Let's speed it up here. Eckler or Tolbert?
When he picks Sermon, keep in mind for the guy who picks Sermon, it's much later in the day there, and it's not too early for him to be drinking already. So you might want to factor that into the argument. It's too early for these guys to be drinking, but not this guy.
Caffeinated. Eckler or Tolbert?
Tolbert. I have Eckler a few spots above Tolbert, but I think my thought process with Eckler is I think he's a little more involved this week because B-Rob's going to get downgraded slightly in his usage. So I think Eckler's going to play a little bit bigger role this week. So that's why. But you can go Tolbert. Like the Cowboys need another pass catcher, man. They desperately need one.
They do.
Yeah, give me Swolbert.
Yeah, when you call him Swolbert, I just got to say, yeah, it's Swolbert.
Yeah, you got to take him.
Definitely Swolbert.
I can't find much fault in that. Start 2, Shaheed, Wandale, Tyreek, JSN, Terry. Who you got?
Shaheed McLaren.
Shaheed and McLaren.
Sounds like a fancy car.
Terry Shaheed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Love me some JSN. Not going to argue that. Start Najee or ETN. Oh, this is ugly. I'm going Najee. Who are you guys going?
What just happened here? Did you see this? Rodgers throws a pass. It's deflected. He could have caught it and take off running. Why'd he bat it down?
Probably scared to get hit.
He's a smart man.
He's an old man.
It was first down. It was first down. He's also got
I'm much more confident in Najee in the volume than I am in ETN. I'll play Najee over ETN.
Najee beats his egg.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. Like me and SC or Brian Thomas, but you can go Pickens. Pickens is really, really good, man.
Pickens.
Jeremy's on Pickens straight. I love how Jeremy's been Pickens built. That's what I like to see.
It's this is matchup. Yeah, I have. It's Pickens and Brian Thomas Jr. Both of these guys I was super down on. I've turned on both of them because I had to, because they forced me to. It's George Pickens this week. Brian Thomas could absolutely go off. There's just a lot more mouths to feed there. And they have the worst quarterback somehow. Good morning. Top of the morning to you, JR. 49ers D or Pats D? I'm going Niners.
Pats. They're playing Miami. I'm going to go Pats.
I, too, am going to go Pats. I have the Pats at 5, Niners at 7. Pats.
I won't tell you what happened, but just watch the game right now.
Oh, Rodgers, no.
Yeah. Throws a pick. God damn.
Throws a pick. There we go.
Fucking
we got the Garrett Wilson game. We did not get the Breece Hall game. We got the Garrett Wilson game. Yep. We do. Jow, absolutely. finally got his good game, sell his ass in redraft, and thank us later. He's got 3 horrible matchups coming up. Horrible.
They timed this perfect. Hey, this game's literally going to go final just in time for kickoff of the 1 o'clock games.
It worked out well.
Love it.
Yeah.
Last question we have at the moment, Edward. Good morning, sir. Full PPR. Start 1 RB and 1 flex. Achane, Hunt, Sermon, Deontay, Higgins, and Wandale. Good options here.
Good options at
Deontay and Sherman.
Great at running back.
I mean, I was
what'd
we
you say
said
again?
Alchain earlier. I said Deontay and Sherman, but I said Alchain earlier with Sherman. So Deontay and Alchain really.
There we go.
Let's
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I had to
Yes.
correct myself. Like I called Alchain earlier, so yeah. But
Achane
Aaron, what do
and
you got?
Deontay. Achane and Deontay.
I'm
Let's go, baby.
Going Sermon. We're all going Deontay. You got to go Deontay here. He's my wide receiver 12. Somehow over Higgins in a great matchup, over Wandale with all the opportunity in the world. You just plug Deontay in the flex and you roll with that production. Sermon or Achane, take your pick. Hunt, tough matchup. I would steer clear there.
SC, man, I seen your show went real long yesterday. Hey, a lot of good college games.
yeah, I had 2 guys on there, but yeah, we had going through them all. There were some big matchups for them.
I haven't had a chance to check. Did Michigan win?
No,
No.
I'm gonna go to the next Michigan game, and do you know how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna use promo code FFU over at SeatGeek for $20 off our first order.
There you go.
Love it. Who's that number 9, by the way? Who's that number 9? No one that we want to know, right?
That was JJ.
God, Michigan wishes they had.
Oh, yes, yeah. Michigan praying JJ comes back. Owen, how you doing, Pittman or Deontay? Deontay for me.
Deontay.
Yeah. Pittman's gonna have a good game.
Yes,
Deontay. Just a quick bit of a recap here. So the Jets lose 23-17 to the Vikings. JJ has a decent day. Garrett Wilson, 22 targets, 13 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. That's everything we wanted to
You really
see.
have 22
so we
targets?
love Garrett Wilson.
yes,
22 targets. That's what we expected. Love it. Garrett Wilson is a great sell in redraft.
Hello, Chase.
Owen, appreciate you. Chase, I think somebody knows Chase personally. One of these guys.
Akers, Sermon, or Tracy? I'm going Tracy.
Sermon.
Yeah, I'm playing Tracy as well. But you can do Akers.
Yeah.
And then Sermon. They're all in that same tier for me.
Yeah. Akers go Houston. Interesting.
Fancy points go boom.
Any lineup changes or ranking changes we have to make real quick?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Jeff Wilson and Pierce are outs. I need to take them out of my rankings. You do not need to take them out of your lineup because they were never in there to begin with.
You don't know that. That's just mean.
They were never in. Brian Robinson is my RB12 this week, and I do not care. He's a monster. Which Robinson do you want this year? It's Brian Robinson.
Miles Sanders or Gabe Davis?
Barf. Gabe Davis.
You have to play one.
You have
I guess.
I could play Dortch, Strange, or Schultz too.
Have you considered just quitting fantasy football?
I have thought about that.
Love it.
I was cold-blooded. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I go Strange fantastic. Actually.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I really like Strange this week.
Yeah, he's gonna give you close to what.
We all like a little Strange. We all like
damn it! He beat me to it.
Hey, I got him! I got him. All right. Any final thoughts here as I try to feverishly finish up my last few lineups here?
Bowers or Tucker Kraft?
Oof.
I still have Bowers one spot higher.
Yeah, Bowers has not been great the past few weeks. I think that's kind of the concerning, but it's just Bowers, man. Like I really don't want to fade him. So they're one spot apart. So I will go Bowers slightly.
Tucker.
Yeah. It just feels right.
I have Tucker
it feels good, man.
2 spots over Bowers. Yeah. Tough.
Tyler Goodson or Jaleel McLaughlin?
Goodson.
Yeah, I guess
I'm going Jaleel against Vegas. How about Jaleel or Demarcus Robinson?
Marcus Robinson.
Marcus,
so,
I
too.
guess.
I think so too. Green Bay.
Marcus
Once
City,
again, have
no.
you considered quitting fantasy football?
Deep benches. Someone texts me with 3 minutes left. Would you consider Dalton for a 3rd round pick? I've been negotiating with him all morning. No. 2 seconds.
No,
Isn't that the one you said I want 2 seconds to, and now he wants a single
Yeah,
third?
and obviously it's ridiculous, but I'm still competing. I'm 2-2. I think I started like Drake London this week, so I'm heavily favored for the week matchup. So if I go to 3-2, no, I'm not trading a competitor, Andy Dalton,
This
right
one-
now for a 3rd.
This one's Flowers, and it's not even close.
Yeah, Flowers. Get the points.
Flowers for sure.
All right, got a couple more minutes here to try and squeezing it under the wire.
Dun, dun.
That should be it. Let's see.
What's the worst tight end you guys started this week over Andrews? I got some Eric All in my lineup.
Yep.
I started Kate
We
Otten.
talked about this earlier.
That didn't feel great.
Oh, I like Kate Otten.
But
He
you
was
did.
all right.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
He did what Kate Otten does, just very mediocre performance. It's kind of like, I give it like what?
mediocre performance for like tight end 4. So
Yeah, that was Kyle Pitts.
I have some Eric All too in some lineups.
anybody got anything else before we call it a day?
Aaron, I'm just curious if I'm looking to go to like one of these playoff baseball games, or I know the Jags are in London a lot, but we have some football games happening in the next few weeks. Like, what do I do?
What game is there? The next one? What's the next one?
It's Jags Bears, I think. It's definitely Jags. Jags are there 2 weeks in a row, which is crazy in London. So if you want to get those London tickets, you're a Jags fan. What do we do?
That's the best right there. Use promo code FFUniverse over at SeatGeek for Bears Jags.
You're telling me I can go see Brian Thomas Jr. in London for $20? Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Oof.
Oh, yeah. That's a bad
You got to
trade.
keep Nico.
Someone in your league's an idiot.
Somebody's down bad after Nico's about to go for
Someone in your league should consider not playing football anymore or fantasy football anymore.
I'm assuming they got to be
Crushing.
desperate for running back to do that type of trade. They got to be desperate. For
Yeah, I mean,
Wait.
Yeah. Well, so adding ETN, they're still desperate for running backs.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I got
trying to get
nothing
behind
nice
the
to
mindset of that. Because
I
there's
got
no
nothing
way I would
else
do
to say
that.
about that one.
Okay, wait. Is this Nico Collins or is this Zavin Collins? Is this IDP league? This could be
I still
Zavin
prefer
Collins.
Collins.
Yeah.
This could have been something where it's like, hey, if you IDP, you
that's-
got it.
I don't care if it's Joan
That's a-
Collins.
That's a trade you make after too many. Your Joan Collins screwed me up. Tom Collins. After too many Tom Collins, that's the trade that you make.
All right, I guess that is a wrap. Go enjoy some premium tight end play as always. We will see you tomorrow at noon. Take care, everyone. Enjoy week 5. Yeah, week 5. Forgot what fucking week we're in. Have a good one, guys.